So I'm back. It's 12:52 p.m. So I accidentally forgot to delete one of my previous videos off my phone. So that happens every once in a while, but there be sometimes when it's not even close to my time being up, and they just when the perps want to shut me off, they were trying to force forcefully try to make it like as if I used all of my space on my phone when I know I didn't, and that's them probably trying to get into my phone and stuff. So um I'm trying to figure out how do I tiptoe around saying this, you know. But anyway, the um the manager yesterday, what happened was, I guess the perps must have knew I was coming. So I really think that that new white girl that has the meth mouth, I think she's a perp and in on it too. And then they had, the big girl with the black and gold, like black and blonde, like braids or whatever. And she has like a bob length braids. And she's I just my second time seeing her. And I'm like, damn, she had that work yesterday. I think that they must have knew I was coming and sent her as a plant, just like they did Brittany at that fucking that freaking Quality Inn, you know. So Brittany at that Quality Inn was, planted there just to, set up something to set me up to get banned, and was perping the shit out of me. So this new girl is come, if they saw the fact that I started to come to this hotel more frequently, and they use, like, she's the new girl who the manager allows her to override everything and exercise all the so-called authority. While the manager, it's another case or situation where the manager encouraging her to you know, exercise all the authority, when you the manager should be the one who making all the authority and everything. But it's like the manager let the lower level brand new employees make the decision for the freaking targeted individual. So the manager herself was wearing, like, ever since I saw the manager, she would always wear this what they call goddess locks. And like hers was black and burgundy. And then the manager, I saw she was wearing red shoes yesterday. So what happened was, big girl, the new girl who, this, like, as I was leaving last Monday, about a week ago, that was the first time I ever saw a big girl, and she freaking exercising the so-called rules of the mask. And I'm like, who the hell are you? I'm like, are you the manager? The manager was right there. The manager didn't tell me nothing last week. And then they had this white man. He looked like he could have been a higher manager than her, and that was my first time seeing him too. So I've been coming here off and on almost about every week since the beginning of March, since after they tried to set me up at the other hotel, the cheap $35-$40 hotel. So I've been coming here ever since then. And so then the girl tried to ask me about a mask, and I was like, come on, like, y'all haven't been doing this to me, why are you picking on me now? So then, I said I had no surgery when I was younger, I cannot breathe with a mask. And so then the manager come right out in the same way the abusive fake foster family members do, like like um like as if she overheard the commotion and just want to come out and ready to attack me and say something. So even the manager has seen me several times with no mask. A lot of the housekeepers don't wear one. So it's like the manager tried to act extra nasty towards me, and try to tell me, like, she tried to treat me like I was very diseased and like a worse than a second class citizen, and trying to tell me I mean, at first I got mad and just walked out and then tried to find a couple of other hotels. And they told me, well, since I had already got my doggone cash out the ATM, and they said, well, we got rooms available, but they weren't wearing a mask, at the other hotels really. Well, one of them did, but she had a mask down, and the other guy, he wasn't wearing one at all. So they told me that I have to have a debit card. And I'm like, damn, I had already took all my money out. So they didn't require a deposit, but this place does, and they accept cash. So anyway, I went back to over here, and the manager, I'm surprised. I mean, the manager tried to say that this was the last time they're gonna tell me about a mask and stuff like that. And it's like, this is all ritualistic and staged because um how is it that they never told me about a mask for over a month and nobody else? Because I've seen a lot of other people come in here, reserve rooms or check out of rooms, and no mask, and nobody was told anything until this new light skinned girl come, and just enforcing the mask on everybody. And so then I said, well, the manager's name is Monica. So I said, well, I said, all those times you never saw me with a mask. I mean, you saw me with no mask and you never said anything. And she's like, yeah, because I know you put up an argument every time people tell you. And I'm like, I'm like, y'all never told me one. So what do you mean? Like that, she said it like as if she knew me so well. So the first time ever being told a mask was when I was trying to check out last Monday, and big girl, the light skinned girl with the short bob braids, act like she she tried to act like as if she wasn't gonna serve me with no mask. And I'm like, why all of a sudden, like, and that's how I know it's part of the gang stalking, because they just want an excuse to get rid of me for no reason. Because before then, they go all this time and telling me nothing about a mask at all for over a month, and then all of a sudden you just handpick a ritual day to decide when you want to force me to wear one. So yesterday was the 18th, a key number 18. So 6 plus 6 plus 6, 666 equals 18. It was April 18th. Also, it was April 18th when they wrongfully had that weird ass setup and set me up to get banned from University of New Orleans in 2019, just before I came here to Pensacola. So then they were gonna put me in room 236. They said I wasn't ready. Then they were going to put me in room 240. Then they were going to put me in room 241. At first, they were talking about putting me on the first floor. So I said I wanted to go up on a higher floor. So then I went to room 241. They lied and said that it was done. They were still working on it. So, excuse me. Then they had the housekeeping manager. She seemed like she was nice, but she also had the the black and burgundy braids. And so when big girl, the light skinned girl, the one who is not the manager, who thinks she's the manager, and the new girl who enforcing all the fake mask rules and everything, she the one who specifically put me in room 233. And then like the housekeeping manager, not the hotel manager, but the housekeeping manager that's over the housekeeper, she was all excited, like, yeah, let's, you're gonna, room 233 or whatever. So then, when I came up here and, the curtains, I needed the curtains closed, but it's like, I'm surprised that the water's hot enough. Is, the water runs good. It's hot enough, and it's good taking a bath in here, and the shower curtain was clean and not moldy or mildewed or anything like that. And so and I'm glad they had that lock, the thing on the top lock on the door to prevent people from coming in, because somebody did try to come in. And I had to do another video talking about that because my time is almost up on this video. But when I told big girl I couldn't wear a mask because I couldn't breathe with the mask, and then she tried to make an excuse and try to mock me and say, well, I mean, she said, "Well, I have problems breathing too. Look at me, I'm big and stuff like that, you know. And but I still wear my mask, whatever. But guess what? She trying to force me about a mask, but she didn't have one over her nose. She had it like her mask like right up to here. So, so then so it seemed like the manager was very like the general manager or whatever. Her name is Monica. She was very rude and nasty towards me. She is lying. She never forced me to told me anything or anybody else anything about a mask. But it seemed like they try to cover themselves to so that they wouldn't get in trouble or anything like that. So then, you know, they can make their excuses and lies and stuff. I know that I honestly had no surgery twice. Once when I was 10 and once when I was 11 years old. So it's like then when she started to smack and click her gum, big girl, and I said, please don't do that, it hurts my ears, I have hypersensitive ears. And then she tried to be like, I'm not chewing no gum. Like she got very, very angry and defensive. I'm not chewing no gum. And so then I said, well, she's like, well, you saying that that gum hurt your ears and stuff. Well, you and she lied and said that she wasn't chewing no gum. Then she immediately got mad because I told her that it bothers me. So then she's like, you hurt me by not wearing a mask and this and that, whatever. So then the manager has always been narcissistic and mean as fuck and said that, you know, oh, stand behind the partitions, get away from us and stand behind the partition. And you sitting there breathing all over everybody. Stand behind the partition. I'm like, partition, what do you mean? Kind of find out she meant the plex, I should stand behind the plexiglass thing. But I'm like, they served me like normal for over a month and like almost a month and a half. And now you just wait till a ritual day to put me, you know, this freaking scenario and stuff like that. And then, you know, as I said, the manager, Monica, tried to, and I don't know the big girl, I don't know her name. She's very new. And then she tried to act like as if she knows how to work the system. And you'll think she's been working here for for a long time. But it seems like they knew I was coming yesterday, so they planted her to come and try to perp me and try to set me up again the second time. So ain't no every time because this was the second time, and the manager Monica herself never told me anything. And so I said, well, you never told me about a mask. So before I saw, I'm like, what do you, even the last time and she's like, well, the staff should have been telling everybody about the mask. I'm like, no, you never said no to staff. I'm like, you the manager, you should be telling people. Why are you letting your staff do your job? More like, you know, I didn't exactly say those words, but I don't remember exactly what I said, but like she acted like she encouraging them, making like they should be doing it. Like, but you the manager and you be up here a lot as well. So they never told me anything, but I know this is a setup. Here they go. It's like not only 23 minutes of phone of all these videos, and here they trying to boot me off my own phone right now. So I'm gonna have to come back with a part 3 and talk about some more bizarre stuff that's been going on. So I'm forced to go now before they cut me off. So I'm gonna see y'all later. All right, bye.